is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trevette.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Cakes. The Founding Fathers. Now appearing in a biblical book near you. What's the word? Sports quotes. And the elements. Okay, let's get back into it. In earlier days, this evil-sounding chocolate cake was colored with red food dye. It's player 1. Yes. Player 1. The Cheesecake Factory has put its famous cream cheese icing on this other type of cake. Okay, player 1. That's correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1. Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte is known by this colorful name in English. Player 1. Right. So this aluminum cake pan that sounds like a baseball play was invented by H. David Dahlquist in the early 1950s. Okay, player 1. You are correct. You get, as its name suggests, a trompe-l'oeil cake is one designed to deceive this sense. Yes, player 1.
Yeah!
Right. Player 1, back to you. Because sound travels 2.7 times faster in this gas than in air, inhaling it makes your voice higher. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. Neon, argon, and radon are among these gases formerly called rare or inert. Yes, player 1. Right. Superman knows its atomic number is 36. Okay, player 1. Right. This very hard metal is named for the children of Uranus and Gaia. It's player 1. Right you are. Player 1. Harold Kroto and others found this common element had a new molecular form, the fullerene. Okay, player 1. Sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we were looking for. Carbon. You again, player 1. In early April of 1775, William Dawes, Samuel Prescott, and this man rode to warn patriots to move military stores from Concord. Let's hear it, player 1.
Yeah!
Player 1. 3 years after writing the Declaration of Independence, he succeeded Patrick Henry as Virginia governor. It's player 1. That is correct. So, on July 3rd, 1776, he wrote to his wife Abigail that the colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states. Yes, player 1? That's it. Player 1? Here's Jimmy. He'll show you.
A 1775 letter from this founding father to the Pennsylvania Journal is thought to have inspired the "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
Player 1?
Yeah!
Hey, you're right. Player in public good, this pamphleteer called for Virginia to cede land needed to form a strong central government. Player 1? Right.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1, scary seven-headed beasts are a vision to behold in this book. Okay, Player 1. That's it. Player 1, ancestor of one of the 12 tribes. Benjamin appears in this biblical book as his mom Rachel dies giving birth to him. It's Player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Okay, Player 3. Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else? It's Player 2. That's correct. Player 2, you start. Here's Sarah with the clue.
A mosaic depicting loaves and fishes is from an ancient church on the shore of this sea, where Jesus is said to have performed the miracle.
Yes, Player 1. Good for you. All right, Babylonian King Nebuchadnezzar appears in this book of the Bible, where he has some dreams interpreted. Okay, Player 1. Nope. Anyone else? Okay, Player 2. Good. All right, let's get back into this. Player 2 has control. The Sermon on the Mount is recounted in books 5 to 7 of this gospel. Okay, Player 1. That is correct. Player 1, Johnny Logan. We're honoring one of the all-time greats in baseball. Stan the Man Him. He's immoral. Yes, Player 1?
Yeah!
Right you are. Please. This Hall of Fame 1970s Reds catcher was thinking about making a comeback until I pulled a muscle vacuuming. It's Player 1. You are correct. So he made Bartlett's with, if people don't want to come out to the ballpark, nobody's going to stop them. Player 1? Good. Player 1. This 1950s Yankee manager said of a pitcher, he don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't chase women, and he don't win. Yes, Player 1? Right. Answer. It's the Daily Double. And you have the... Here is your Daily Double clue. At a dinner, Redskins running back John Riggins begged this Supreme Court justice, "Baby, loosen up." Sorry, you're down to second now, Player 1. Here's the correct response. Sandra Day O'Connor.
Dang it.
You get to pick on a snail. An onomatophore is a stalk with this at the end. Player 1? That is correct. If you set some Chinese punk on fire, it's because Chinese punk is this, from the Latin for set on fire. Yes, Player 1? Right. Please. A shako is a stiff, cylindrical one of these worn by soldiers. Yes, Player 1? No, that's not right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, Player 2.
Oh.
No, sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player 3. That's correct. Hey, you're on the plus side. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 3, you make the next selection as we... It's the medium on which you're traveling if you're in a hoy. It's player 1. That's right, way to go! And here's the $1,000 clue. If you've got quinsy, also known as tonsillitis, you've got swelling in this part of your body. It's player 1. Correct. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. Let's see what happens in Double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting the players. Vocabulary. Fill in the book title. Attraction. Around the world. Politicians. And 1960s TV. Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. First aired on September 30th, 1963, Opie the Birdman has become a classic episode of this sitcom. It's player 1. Correct. Player 1. The never-used lyrics of its theme song were written by Gene Roddenberry. It's player 1. That's it. So on The Addams Family, Ted Cassidy played not only Lurch, but this disembodied hand as well. Yes, player 1? That's right, way to go. Player on 1. August 29th, 1967, he finally caught up with the one-armed man. It's player 1. Yes. Player 1. In 1964, Mary Tyler Moore won her first Emmy as this new Rochelle housewife. Player 1? Good for you. Player 1. Pick again. In 1994, Jordan signed a peace treaty with this country, ending the official state of war between them. Yes, player 1? Right. In 1903, Panama declared its independence from this country. It's player 1. Good. All right, here with the clue is Sarah.
Forgotten for centuries, this Incan royal retreat was rediscovered by Hiram Bingham in 1911.
It's player 1. Good. Player 1. The principalities of Moldavia and Wallachia were joined together to form this country in the 19th century. It's player 1. You got it. Please. The capital of this Pacific island kingdom is Nuku'alofa. Let's hear it, player 1. Yes. We return to you using adsorption. Yes, with a D. Activated charcoal in these military items attracts harmful chemical vapors. It's player 1. Hey, you're right. Female deep-sea anglerfish use this, produced by bacteria, to attract prey. Yes, player 1? Yes. In a covalent bond, two atoms each contribute one of these to a pair, which is then attracted to the atom's nuclei. Player 1? You got it. Player 1? Bombicol. One of these attractant hormones is sort of the Calvin Klein obsession of the female silk moth. It's player 1. Please. Newton found that the degree of gravitational attraction between two masses varies inversely with the square of this, r. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Player one, back to you. 1749, Tom Blank by Henry Fielding. Yes, player one. That's correct. Player one. 1895, Blank the Obscure by Thomas Hardy. Yes, player one. Right. 1925, An American Blank by Theodore Dreiser. Player one. Right you are. Player 1922, The Beautiful and Blank by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Okay, player one. That's it. Player 1860, The Mill on the Blank by George Eliot. Yes, player one. That's right. Way to go. You get to pick again. This former senator was the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review. It's player one. Right you are. Player one. In 2004, this North Carolinian was almost the vice president-elect. It's player one. Yes. Player one. Answer. One of the daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. Player one, give us a win. Okay, here is the clue. Before he was New York City mayor, he was the U.S. attorney who prosecuted the mafia in the Pizza Connection case. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player we one. Hope Silvestre Reyes can keep secrets. In 2007, he became chair of the House Permanent Select Committee on this. Player one. No. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. Intelligence. Player one. This former Massachusetts governor was CEO of the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City. Player one. No. Sorry. Anyone else? Let's hear it, player three. That's it. Player three, you start. The name of this extinct critter comes from words meaning terrible lizard. It's player one. Good for you. Player one. This term for a mechanical human comes from a Czech word for forced labor. Okay, player one. Correct. Player one. Bumbershoot is Brit speak for one of these. Yes, player one. That's correct. Answer. The other daily double. And you're in the lead. Answer. He's an angel is a metaphor. Smart as a whip is one of these comparisons. That puts you even further ahead. And the last clue for $2,000. The name of this science is from the Greek for the study of animals. Let's hear it, player one. You got it. All three of you will participate in Final Jeopardy right after this. Time to get ready for Final Jeopardy. And today the category is this: U.S. Presidents. So, what's your wager? And the clue reads, he's the only U.S. president who never lived in the District of Columbia. Did you come up with the correct response?
Teddy Roosevelt?
And that will cost you. Let's see your response.
Abraham Lincoln.
And that will set you back. What did you say?
George Washington.
How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
All of this game. We'll see you all for that next segment right after this.
Congratulations, player one. You're the winner. So long, everybody.